In today's video, let's unbox, set up and review the MGX Pro. Hold on to the edge of your seats because you're about to get blown away. So as we can see from the front, it says it's ergonomical, wireless and universal, and it's designed for Xbox and it's Bluetooth. It expands a maximum width for the phone is 6.7 inches and it's only for Android, or it plays on Android. We will open it up from the side and slide this box out, and we can see we have the instruction booklet and a couple of other things, and then obviously the controller in the back in a plastic wrap. We take a look at all the leaflets, the standard stuff, your quick setup, warranty, and then there's also this enjoy 10% discount on your next product. Then we've got a white spacer to protect the mechanism in the middle and the controller itself, and inside there's also a USB-C cable to USB. The cable's pretty solid, to be fair, decent enough, and the controller itself feels pretty sturdy. That sliding mechanism is pretty solid. There's a little bit of a shake to it, but not massive. But the actual controller itself pretty much feels like the standard Xbox controller. We've got that little lip to stop your phone from falling through, and this, as I said, connects wirelessly. It's not a USB-C connection, which means it can connect to basically any Android phone, and the phone just pops in like that. Feels comfortable enough. It's quite wide, so it feels like you're playing a Switch or even like a Steam Deck type thing. You switch it on with the Xbox logo, and then underneath the right stick there is the Bluetooth button, and you want to press and hold that until the light starts to blink doubly fast. And then you just look on your phone and go into the settings and go to Bluetooth, and then it should pop up, and you just click that and click pair. Once it's paired and you put your phone back in, you'll notice that it works in the menu, it works on all the games. It seems to have no problem connecting and straight away getting in, apart from the fact that if you forget to take the protection off your sticks. So first of all, the overall feel on the back, it feels very similar, very similar to the back on the normal Xbox controller. I'd say this is probably like a finer dots compared to the dots that are on here, but it's marginal. The grip on the actual phone seems to hold it in fine, no problem. Obviously there's only one downside, and the fact that the mechanism doesn't lock, so there is a little bit of movement. And I mean, if you do have some sort of rage where you pull your controller apart, it will slip, but I haven't really experienced that yet. Overall, the ABXY are slightly bigger and less raised than the normal controller, but it doesn't feel low quality, it just feels flatter. Obviously the only thing missing from this compared to this controller is your share button, so if you do use that, I don't think there's a controller out there that actually has that facility for their Xbox yet. The D-pad, I suppose, is probably the only compromise compared to this. This feels more it feels easier to move around, whereas this one, it's stiffer. Whether that'll loosen up over time, but there's not much in it really. The feel in your hand feels like an Xbox controller. It feels better than, say, like the Razer Kishi, which felt flimsy. The back buttons feel like actual proper buttons rather than just being put in for the sake of it. They're probably not quite as smooth, maybe, the trigger buttons, but there's not much in it. This is probably slightly bigger compared to the actual trigger button on the normal controller, which means you can get your finger around it a little bit more. Actually, there's not much of a difference in lip, but that feels sharper, I suppose, rather than this feels smoother. These are tiny little details, but overall, like, the sticks are quite nice. They feel solid. They don't feel like some of the other portable ones do. They feel better than the Switch ones, which feel very loose. But overall, not much in it really. As I said, my only problem is the not locking. But honestly, I can't foresee me ever doing this. But it would be a nice little feature. That's one of the only negatives I can think of. The other negative is the size, the overall size. When we compare it to the Switch, for example, there's a massive difference. When you compare it to the Steam Deck, it's actually there's not much in it. It's about the same. When it is off the phone, it's about the same size as the Switch itself. So it doesn't really fit in your pocket, which is my only other negative that I can come up with. To be honest, I really like it. The quality feels so much better than most of the other ones I've tried. Like they would say, the Razer Kishi is probably my preferred one that I would normally have gone with until I tried this. This is better than the Razer Kishi. I haven't tried the Razer Kishi 2, which with the size of it, so the size being so big, I think it needs a case, a carry case. I think that would be the perfect add-on to this. And I think it needs to be a carry case that can fit your phone in at the same time, because I do think if you've got a spare mobile phone that you use or you're planning on using for cloud gaming, you could just hook that up all the time, have it in. The only other downside is charging. You can't charge your phone while you're playing on this. This does have a battery. According to the information, it lasts 20 hours, which is fine, but your phone is not going to last that long. It would have been almost cool to have some sort of adapter that you could maybe fit in an extra pack to actually be able to charge your phone at the same time, or just a lead off. But that's me being picky. I do think this is probably the best handheld controller device for your phone that I've actually felt. It feels like you're using an Xbox controller, which is, if that's what you're looking for, this is probably the right thing to get. And it's worth it for the trade-off of the fact that, you know, you can't charge your phone. And it's pretty big. It also works really well with GeForce Now as well. Woo! Yeah. Oh no. Anyway, if you want to check out the next unboxing video that we're doing, which is this one, which is more of a wired solution for at home, click on this video right here and we'll put it through an unboxing and its paces and exactly what we think of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.